Hi, my name is Evan Peters. Today I'm going to show you how to install and set up my performance visuals app, Spectacle. First, I'm going to head over to my website, evandouglaspeters.com, and click Download for Mac. This will download the DMG as well as the User Resources folder. Next, I'm going to open the DMG and drag Spectacle over to my Applications folder. I'm also going to drag the README to my desktop, but you can put it wherever you want. Since I'm an Ableton Live user, I'm also going to drag both of the Max for Live devices to my Max for Live device folder. By default, this is located in your user library under Presets, then MIDI effects. With Spectacle installed, I'm going to go to my Applications folder and open Spectacle. First, let's trigger a video. To load a video into the array, I have two options. The first is to click on one of the slots in the video section and find it in the dialog. The second option is to drag the video from Finder onto Spectacle. I'm going to be using this TV test pattern video. Spectacle only works with videos encoded with one of the HAP codes. You can find a link to a free video converter that supports HAP in the README. By the way, the README also contains links to a few great websites to get free, royalty-free videos. My test pattern video has already been encoded with HAP, so I can just drop it in. I can preview the videos in the array with the keys on my keyboard, starting with 1 corresponding to the C-2 video. There's a table with all of those key assignments in the README. So, when I press down the 1 key, the test pattern video plays. Now, I'm going to trigger my video with MIDI. The pitches of the MIDI notes sent on channel 1 determine which video plays. So, I'm going to create a MIDI clip in Ableton, set it to loop, and draw in a MIDI note on C-2 with velocity all the way up at 127. I'm also going to set the output of my MIDI track to IAC driver bus 1, because this is the input that I have set in Spectacle. You can select the MIDI port that you want to use as the input into Spectacle by selecting it from the MIDI port dropdown. When I hit play, I can jump back to Spectacle and see that my video from the C-2 slot is playing. If you ever want to change a video that you have loaded into the array, you can simply click the video title to bring up the load dialog to replace it. Spectacle uses CC messages sent on channel 1 to control the effects. Each effect parameter corresponds to a different MIDI CC. You'll find a table of those effects and their corresponding CCs in the README. Ableton Live users can simply use the Max for Live device, which is what I'm doing in this video. That way I don't have to worry about matching up CCs to their corresponding effects, because the Max for Live device takes care of that for me. When I turn a knob on the Max for Live device, you'll see that its corresponding parameter will reflect that change in the main Spectacle window. If you ever find that the controls on your Max for Live device don't match the controls on the main Spectacle window, hit the Sync button on the Max device. There are several effects in Spectacle to work with. If you find that the effects aren't working, make sure that your effects dry wet control is turned all the way up. Also, make sure that the MIDI input dropdown on the Spectacle window is set to where you're sending MIDI to. In this case, that's the IAC driver, bus 1. In the User Resources folder, there is an example Ableton Live session that has several MIDI clips with automation for the effects drawn in. For non-Ableton users, these clips are included as exported MIDI files for use in any other DAW. Spectacle can also control DMX-enabled lights if you have a USB to DMX interface. To control lights, I'm going to select my interface from the DMX interface dropdown on Spectacle. Spectacle controls lights via CCs sent on MIDI channel 2, so I'm going to create another MIDI track in Ableton and route it to the IAC driver bus 1, channel 2. I'm also going to drop in the Spectacle DMX Max for Live device to allow communication from the other Spectacle device. This track shouldn't have any clips on it. I'm still going to control the lights from the other Spectacle device. As you can see, as I move the knobs in Ableton, the corresponding DMX channel is changing in Spectacle. There are also spaces to type in parameter names of those DMX channels in both the main Spectacle window and in the Max for Live device. When I'm done working, I'm going to hit the Save button, or Command S, to save the addresses to the videos that I had loaded into the array and the custom DMX parameter names that I had filled in. When I come back to Spectacle, I can recall my videos and parameter names by pressing Load or Command L. The New button, or Command N, will simply clear the video array and DMX parameters. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped. Feel free to contact me with any questions. Make sure you like and subscribe, and stay tuned for some examples of what Spectacle can do.